All right, mate. Yeah, good.
That's it.
I'll see ya.
Beach me tonight.
Yeah.
So I put my heavy rods down, thinking there's going to be a bit of swell there, and I think I'll fuck up.
There's no... Always bring those big guns anyway. but I think
I like my profiles, my Ziplex profiles.
oh yeah, beautiful.
Because I think it's like four ounces anyway. I thought you were a Ziplex man.
Oh, I've got one of each. Well, technically, Century is Ziplex now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
But yeah, I was a Ziplex man. I was very close to getting an M4 GT.
I think they're too heavy.
I was very close, and then no matter the reviews that have come up, even like AI and everything, they said, don't, it's an older rod now, good for its time, and they kept on pointing to that one.
Right.
So I just gave in the end. I kept them saying, if you want something versatile, and it's lightweight, it's just, you can't even feel it, it's in your hand. But tonight, I'm not going to be hardcore on it for my vlog. I'll record it just in case something happens, but...
No, I think there'll be fish tonight.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of birds working earlier on when I went down Winchester.
Yeah, I just saw the blackbeard fisherman.
Oh, I saw him walking across the
Yeah, I just spoke to him about 25 minutes ago, just before you got here. Yeah, I shall cast straight on the left rod because it's really near the rocks there.
Yeah.
And the right rod I shall...
That's the beauty of this drawing, because it's quite short.
Yeah.
And there ain't a lot of it.
Yeah, I should give it a cast up there, both of them.
Yeah, I think it'll be alright.
It should be alright, shouldn't it? Yeah.
We won't be too far apart, so we can confer.
Yeah.
You been down there long?
No, I haven't, no. I've only cast one little scratching rig out, 3-hook flapper, little tiny... And, yeah, I haven't done any proper fishing yet. Just still setting up, actually. Good thing is you can clearly see where that sandbank's breaking there, can't you?
Yeah.
You don't always get a clear view of it, do you, sometimes? It's so shallow.
No. That's probably overall.
Got to get my fishing gear up before it gets drowned. Speak to you soon, yeah? Good evening, it is the 12th of September 2026 and I am down Bexhill, and tonight I've got the privilege of fishing with somebody else today, and it's Steve, one of my subscribers, and it's going to be nice to be able to fish with somebody tonight and see what we catch between us. It's a lovely night tonight. It's not great with the wind and there's not much surf or anything going on there, but there's still a good chance of catching tonight, being that we've had at least some southwesterlies or about to come up anyway. Anyway, I'm just going to set up the rest of my gear now and I will be back with you shortly. Going to be putting out my bass dongle rig. It's a pulley rig with the dongle set up, and that's with the size 3.0 hook, the Bavis full circle hook. I deemed this one as a bass rig because the actual rig body is longer by quite a bit than the actual snood length. In practice, what that means is it means I can actually have the bait slightly off the ground. So I've got some fresh lug tonight, and that fresh lug was it was got yesterday. And that's what I'm going to put on this dongle to start with. I will chuck on just the 2 to start with. They're not massive lug, but they're reasonably okay, you know, pretty decent. So I shall chuck on a couple of them. And as usual, I will just bind them up with elastic. Just makes it a little bit easier for me to put it on the dongle rig. Of course, I've got a bait loader as well, but it's really not needed really just for this. So at the moment it's actually 8:36 and I'm not really looking to be fishing properly or spect anything until the last 3 hours of the high tide. So we're looking at 9 to 12, sort of that sort of time period. So it's 8:36. I'm going to get a lug out there now, obviously on the one I've just set up, and see if it can produce anything out there. And I shall put that one out there a bit of distance. Right, I'll free up flapper and keep that there for the moment. I'll actually get my first one out there. And I might chuck that one out again. Hasn't been out long. And a free hook flapper, you know, if there's going to be anything there, it'll take it. Should put some reasonable sized bits of lug on. I'm going to go up and see Steve in a second, have a chat with Steve. So let's get moved up the beach and we'll go and have a chat with Steve. So as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, so I've got 2 rigs out there and 2 rigs hanging up, and I'll give you a little bit more detail about what those rigs actually are when I've set them up. We've got a 4-foot 1 up and over, meaning the main rig body is actually 2 foot, and of course all in all is going to be 4 foot once it gets 1 over like that, you can see there. So yeah, on the end of that I've got a 3.0 Vavis full circle hook on a dongle setup. Just show you that. I'm going to chuck a bit of bluey and squid on that. Not a whole piece of bluey, just half a piece of bluey and half a squid, and chuck that out and see what that can actually draw attention to a fish. I've only actually got 1 bluey left. This is out a pack of 3, and I've caught nothing on the other 2. So hopefully we're going to be able to break that tonight. You've got to watch this bluey doesn't slide out when you're making a little package like this. Have you noticed I've actually put the genuine Gemini on there. I chucked a genuine Gemini on there because I've had a little bit of problems with the replica ones from Temu not opening up, and of course if they don't open up then you're going to miss some fish, and I've missed 2 fish from those particular setups, so that's not really ideal. Well, it's definitely not what we want.
I picked up the wrong rig for it.
Oh, you're kidding? Do you need rig?
No, the other after bringing it over.
Oh, oh, typical. What did it have in there? Like little ones?
Yeah.
I've done worse ones than that. Like trying to go pumping, I forgot my pump. I mean,
The key item.
yeah, I know. It's like, you know, sometimes where there's no words. You just, you stand there and you just realise, you just go, shut the door, get back in, you just go silent on the way home. So what rigs are you going for tonight then?
You know what? I'll go 2 rigs really, a loop rigs.
Like this? Like Portsmouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just have there from like, well, over soles, they're only, the hook lengths are only like that, so the beak's only like that.
Oh, so it's really small, yeah.
Yeah, they like
So-
to be nailed, absolutely nailed to the bottom.
Yeah, this one is 18-inch snood on the top and 15 on the bottom.
Right.
But I obviously not targeting them for the fact that I've got these big hooks on there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna.
Bigger, like, and then I'll have like longer ones, with like, I don't know, size 2s on.
Yeah, I always try and mix it up a bit. I've got a rig waiting there with bluey and squid on, just in case there's anything. But I don't know if there's anything out there at the moment, is there, for bluey and squid? I wouldn't have thought. I was getting a little bit concerned then when I was going through my lug and thinking, these supposed to be large? Damn, no, they're actually the small ones. I put a little S on them. So I'm glad of that. Got 2 rigs hanging up now. They're smalls. Yeah, I've been sticking to this loop rig for years, and I swear by it. I catch so much stuff on it. I catch all my bass, my best bass with it.
Yeah, when I'm bass fishing, I use a loop rig.
Yeah.
With size 4 O's on. Yeah. Skate fishing, I use a loop rig with 3 O's on.
Does the job, doesn't it?
Keep the barbs for the bass, crimp the barbs for the skate. Yeah.
Yeah. You always have at least one Portsmouth rig, or loop rig as they call them, in my setup. So I brought the scratching rig in, and there's nothing on that, but I have seen a little bit of movement on the right rod. Let's get some light in here. And now we have some light. Let's get that Portsmouth rig out there. There it is, I think, in the bottom. No, can't find it. There we go, put it in here.
What I mean? By the Bagnall bar thing. So that's the entire length of the trace.
Okay.
And then what happens is, with your tips around that, see with a weight on. And then your cascade swivel clips into, if you hold that, got it? Cascade swivel clips into this little swivel up here.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's not quite the faff once you get
used to it, yeah.
But that's your casting trace then.
Oh, I see, right. And you've got the lead on there.
Yeah.
And
that's just
that just goes with it, yeah.
Yeah. And then when it releases, it just takes...
Comes off there.
Out of there.
And you've got yourself a lovely, nice flowing trace on the bottom there. Ah. I'll have to see if I can remember how to do that. I might try some.
That's right. If you Google Bagnall bar and like go to images, it shows you. But he does them in metal. And
Bagnall bar.
Bagnall bar, yeah.
Bagnall bar, right. Oh, cheers.
And, yeah, it's exactly the same as that. Same thing, but I just do them in nylon.
Yeah. And you catch plenty of fish on that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's always worth trying it, so you get it on, isn't it? So I'm going to go with a rig that I used last time. And it's got a spoon on there, a little rattle. It's not designed to be necessarily a visual attraction, but it's the rattle in there. Creates a little bit of vibration. But the main reason I'm using this is because of the small hooks. I want to give myself a bit more of a chance tonight. I just spoke to Steve next to me, and he's using really small hooks, almost the size that you would use on for carp fishing. So it does make you wonder sometimes whether you're kind of going a little bit too big and missing potential catches. Even if they are small fish, the idea of still catching something, even if it's small, is better than blanking. So I'm going to try this again tonight. I did try it last time, but last time just wasn't a time for catching anything, so it wouldn't have mattered what I put out there. And I will put small little bits of lug on for this. This is about 3 times bigger than the hooks that Steve was using, so he must have been using size 6. Let's see how we get on with this. It's got a little split shot there to pin it down to the seabed, and this little stop knot, or little stop there that keeps it there. Give it a little bit of room for movement. That's it. Just a little lightweight lead there. This one might be an overkill tonight. I know we're not really in the time period for smooth hounds, but I just wanted to give it and put it out there, see what we get. Steve didn't think I'm likely to catch anything with this tonight, and he's possibly right. It's only really been this year that I've kind of targeted smooth hounds, so I'm still learning about the seasons and about the best times to get these. But I've got 2 rigs waiting there and 2 rigs out. All is good. We're just got to wait now for the first fish. Today, the 12th of September, is the day that the Insta360 X6 360 camera is out. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the reviews and see how it compares with the Pocket 3, Pocket 4 cameras. I don't expect it to be quite as good as a Pocket 3. I won't go into the technicals as to why, but if it's close enough with my lamp, then I am certainly considering it. Starting to feel a little bit of breeze now, so this is an indication that it's going to start pushing in. Hopefully we'll be in with our first fish very soon. Right now it is 9:20. So we're about 20 minutes into my chosen time between 9 and 12. This is exactly the way I like it. I like to be all set up and got my rigs ready hanged up, so that by the time I fish the time period that I'm kind of really looking to catch, it's all set up. There's no trying to feel rushed to get things up and running. I get into a flow. Know where everything is. That's the way I like it. I'm going to go and talk to Steve for a minute, and I'll leave you to watch those tips.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not right that way. I just got a little rattle on one of them.
Oh, that's good. It's good signs. There's a little one out yet, a little rod.
Yeah. That's all through about 20 yards off.
Ah.
Yeah.
At least you know if the batter's coming close then.
No, they ain't.
And what are these bits here?
They're the mackerel.
Oh, that's a mackerel. All right.
Just, yeah.
Little nice.
That is where, I haven't said to you before, but a lot of people make the mistake. The baits are way too big.
Right. That is a surprise, actually, to see that.
Yeah, baits are way too big.
Just turn
When
that
you
down.
bait fishing, how big a bait do you use?
With Bluey, about that much.
Way too much.
Is it?
Get 2 baits out of that.
Ah.
I'm literally that much.
Really?
Yeah, with a little wrap.
Wow.
Around it.
Cool, no wonder I'm getting through my baits then.
Yeah. Why?
I use red amnesia.
Red's, I think red's all right.
Yeah, because I did look into it a while back as to what ones could possibly affect, and I've no problems catching the bass with red.
Red disappears
Yeah,
quite early in the spectrum, doesn't it?
but other than that, it's all clear amnesia and like 60-pound rig body. I don't need any bigger than that. I'm going to change my rods. They've been out for longer, too long.
Right, yeah. I'll do that.
Hopefully, start getting some fish soon, eh? So it's starting to flood in now, as you can see. I'm going to move everything back and see if I've got anything on there. And then I'm just going to cast back out with the rigs that I've got hanging up. Let's get my stuff back anyway. We've got a Dover sole. Look at that. Wahee. What did you catch that on?
One.
Oh, look at that. Been a while since I've seen one of them.
Not a bad start, is it?
No, it's not at all. This is on those little hooks.
Yeah.
Size 2.0 hooks. No, size 2 hooks.
Dude, that's a 33, 34, look.
Wow. Nice one, mate. Hopefully you'll get a few more like that.
Well, yeah. Do you want to borrow one? Do you want to borrow a rig?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, well, yeah, thanks. I'll try it. I don't think I've got any of those sort of little hooks. I'd love to catch one of them tonight. Was that a distance or just close in?
That was off the ground, I don't know, 80.
Yeah.
Just, well, you know that bank? The bar?
Yeah.
Just on.
Just on, yeah.
Look at that. But they'd be moving in.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll give that a go. So Steve kindly lent me one of these rigs, okay? Very, very tiny little hooks on there. Very, very tiny. You can see there, size 2 hooks. And look at, you know, he did explain how to build this, but I would have to kind of look at it a little bit more in detail to remember it. But I'm going to try one of these rigs with little tiny hooks because I'd love to catch a Dover sole. And that's exactly what Steve just caught tonight. And that's brilliant, isn't it? If you can catch what you're targeting, you can't get much better than that. I'm going to hang this up and I'm going to put this one out right now because I've got excited now that I'm going to catch a Dover sole. What I didn't ask him is what rig body strength for it is. So I'm going to put a lighter one on, like a 4 ounce, 5 ounce. Yeah, 4 ounce to do. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if I've actually got a fish on already because it's been up for quite a while. I shall put this one in the middle. I shall rig that up in a moment and get that one out of the way. Let's just bring this in and see what we got on the other end. Nah, there's nothing on there. And even if it was, it'd be very, very, very small. Now, I'll be really, really chuffed if I catch a Dover sole tonight on Steve's rig. There's no guarantees with this, but that'll certainly be a lesson to me in using smaller hooks. And of course I know that you've got to use small hooks for Dover sole. So, got a couple of lug there. You can see there. So this is identical to the Portsmouth rig that I've been using. The only difference here is that it's using really small hooks. So let's see what happens. I'm going to give myself a little bit more light now. Now I've gone slightly to my right because directly ahead of me is rocks, very close to the left-hand side. So I've got to put the other rod pretty much ahead of me. Let's see now if there's anything on the other rod. Let's see. That one was out a long, long, long way. Right. This was the bass one, the bass dongle. I will stick with this still. Just brought that one in. I'm going to put the one out with the squid and bluey just to check out what's out there. I'm going to risk it a little bit here. I'm going to risk it a little bit and I'm going to put it towards the rocks. You've got to take that risk sometimes. But I'm going to put it out a long, long way. Now I'm using Steve's rig, I shall pack away this little thing. I'm going to pack away this one now. Now I'm using Steve's rig, so I've still got 4 out. Right, that rig goes back. Right, are we on point? Are we going to catch something tonight? I'm really hoping we are. Steve catching next to me has given me hope, and hope is a good thing. Let's see if we can catch something tonight. I'm going to check just how my lug's doing. I don't think I've got a great deal left, but I'm going to have a look. So I've got got 2 large ones in that. And what's this? That's a small. Hopefully I've got another large one there. A large, okay. Got 1 more pack of large and a pack of small. Okay, and this one here is that bass one, the dongle. Now these smooth, they're small, so I think what I'll do is I'm gonna make a sausage lug for that dongle. Should there be a bigger bass out there. Use up these smalls. Make it worth the bass's while. Just for you, Mr. Bass. Just for you. I'm going to give you a lovely bit of a fresh lugworm here. I now have 2 extra rigs set up now. I've got Steve's rig on the right hand side. It's similar to a running ledger. Actually no, it's not, it's a loop rig, like it's a Portsmouth rig, but it's actually got tiny small 2 hooks on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the loop rig with the 2 hooks on much lower. Normally when I try to target small flatfish, such as the Dover sole, I would normally put it on the lower rod rest so that it's got the bait dead on the floor. I can see that right line pinging a bit, left line I mean. So I'm going to just tighten up. See the registration a little bit better. That's the squid and the bluey. Now remember, the last 2 times that I put squid and bluey out there, something has attacked that rig, but it couldn't get hooked up because the splashdown, bait splashdown did not release the hook. But I was getting a knock, so I was getting some action on there. So it wasn't like the squid and bluey last time wasn't being seen or attracting a fish. It was just the case that the hook wasn't available for it to get caught onto. It is 10:20. I'm going to be fishing till midnight. Oh. No, right, Rod, that's a nice little bit of a knock there. Oh, and again. Wait, one more. Oh, yeah, we've got something. We have got something. Yep, we're on. At least it certainly felt it. I'm going to just leave that for a second. I was a tad too eager. Whatever it was, it isn't no longer. Had something on there. I was a tad too eager. I was just a little bit too eager to get that in. I'm going to bring that in, put some more bait on it. Yeah, I've got a fish on there. You just didn't want to fight or anything. There's most definitely something on there. Yeah, it definitely feels like a bass. But we're definitely onto a fish, I know that. First fish for tonight. And we're about to land it. Oh, I think I might have someone else's line. I thought I was onto a bass.
Huh?
I thought I was onto a bass.
I think I wrapped it around my rod tip. Yeah.
Let's see what I'll...
Good start.
Just stack my rig if you can't get it out. Oh, nice one, mate. Thanks. Sorry about that. I must have cast slightly to the right.
No, I wrapped it around my rod tip earlier on.
Ah. So I know I was slightly to the right, but
Yeah,
you never know, though, do you?
no, you done me a favour because I was trying to get hold of it.
Oh. And
Got a little one out.
this is the one you give me, yeah. So I'm going to put that back out again. I actually did have some bites on it.
Did you?
I was just a bit too keen.
Yeah. Oh.
I left it 2 or 3 knocks, and I thought, oh, it's got to be, and I should have left it.
So you got to sit on your hands. I forgot that bit.
Oh, I saved a blank. My line got tangled around Steve's line. But there was some bites on that rig. And as for these silly little lug, they're just not even worth using. The big sausage lug now is out there on the left. I'm going to bring the right rod in there in a moment and change it up for the one that I got off Steve with the small lug on, small hooks. This is a dongle. Absolutely not touched, but it was released. With a genuine Gemini release on that. Right, let's get this one out that I just got from Steve. I have to say these lug are really, really poor. They're on another level of poor. Unfortunately, the lug that I've got today are appalling. Unfortunately, they are really, really bad. These are just floppy. Some of them have got a bit of meat on them, but most of them haven't. Nothing's touched that dongle. I'm going to put this one out. Another Portsmouth rig, 2.0 hooks. The hooks are brand new. You know what I'm going to do with this one? For the next one that I cast out, I'm going to cast it really close. So far we've caught nothing. Hopefully that's going to change pretty soon because the time is actually getting on now. Right, I'm going to bring in that left rod. I'm going to put it out stupid close, really close. So nothing on the sausage lug and dongle. Let's get the Portsmouth rig and we'll put it out very, very close. I put out the one that's got the 18-inch nuts and the Nordic Bend 2.0s. I'll put it out very close. To the left, where there's some rocks, potential rocks there, but you've got to take a risk sometimes. And I'm going to put it out pretty close. Only a few yards out. Now I'll do some king prawns, raw. I'm going to try them. So on the same dongle rig, it's a pulley dongle rig. I've got some king prawns. There's 3 king prawns on there with 3.0 hook. Try for a bass and see what happens with that. I'm not liking the feel of this because it feels like we've got a blank on our hands. I don't like to say that, but it just feels that way because of the time it's creeping up on us now. So avoided a blank Avoided a blank. Got a little strap heel here. I'm going to get this fella back in.
Still going to hate me.
Did you catch anything? Oh, bass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see, some bass. I just caught an eel. Yeah.
You haven't blanked.
I haven't blanked. Now let's catch some real fish. I haven't blanked, but need more. Need a bit more than that. That was really close in, by the way. The fresh prawns, very close in. Steve next to me has just caught a nice little bass. Nothing massive, but bass. And it's nice to see a bass this time of year. You expect to be seeing them. It's now 12:02. I'm going to stay for about half an hour, 25 minutes more. He's still pushing in. Yeah. I wouldn't put a stand cast on a 16-footer though. That must be really,
Yeah.
really too much. I think it's 13.6, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's 13.6. And that's obviously longer than it was originally because it's actually got the reducer permanently on there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that puts it up. It's not that far off actually. The other one must be about 13.4. But I normally put 6 ounce, 5 ounces on there and I'm very happy with it. So it's 12:15 now. We're gonna fish for a little bit longer. Give it another 15 minutes or so. I say that, you know, the actual tide is still pushing in. It's actually starting to come over the shingles there in front of me. You've got to remain optimistic. Even if you have a few blanks, you know it's not going to last. We tried squid and bluey. We relied on fresh lug. I've also tried a free, I believe, yeah, free prawns, raw prawns. And thanks to Steve, the guy I'm fishing with tonight, he's lent me one of his rigs, so I'm able to try smaller hooks, much smaller than I would normally. So it's always good to experiment. So far I've caught one fish, which is an eel, and that was caught on the left-hand rod on one of my 2.0 Portsmouth rigs, 2.0 hooks. But that was cast 12 yards out or something like that. It is starting to slack off a little bit now. I've got some taps on the left rod now. Very positive knocks. Let that develop for a minute. If we were in winter right now, I would bring that in because that would more likely be a whiting. Because a whiting would tap a few times and it gets tired very easily and then it just won't bother fighting anymore. But we're not in winter. I'm going to leave that left rod. I'm going to bring in the right rod, and I'm going to aim to hit it over to the left, very close, if not on top of the rocks. I'm prepared to risk it in order to get a bass. Now, if the lead has broke out like it should, then there might be a little fish on this because the pressure's consistent. Yeah, but you've got another eel. And that was the consistency that I felt when I was bringing that in. We always want to get these off without wrecking our rigs, because they can really wreck our rigs, these things. So that's 2 eels that we caught tonight. Leave that there. You see, there's 2 eels, and not very big, tiny. Let's get that back into the sea. So that was caught on Steve's rig with the size 2 hooks. We now swap this out for a sausage lug on a dongle. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to take a bit of a chance. I'm going to hit this out to the left-hand side where the rocks are. It's worth a chance, because if there is a bass there, it's likely to be around those rocky areas looking for food. Not guaranteed, but there's a chance that you might be able to get a bass there around the rocks. So I'm going to put that out on the left-hand side. Right, let's get that rig, that loop rig, baited up again. Oh no, so actually it looks like I caught that strap eel off my Portsmouth rig. Yeah, actually, that strap eel come off my Portsmouth rig, because I've still got Steve's one hanging up there, all baited up ready. I'm going to pack up the Ziplex rod to the left and leave the right rod out for a minute, because the Ziplex rod is one with the reel that's got snap line on it, and I can't really risk casting it. The snap is kind of on the spool still.
That's not really bad.
I got a couple of taps that didn't develop into anything.
I feel really bad now.
Why?
Well, at least you know where to come in future.
No, I'm fine with it, mate.
Well, I might piss you off in a minute.
Why? Well, you just caught a nice one.
Huh?
Well, you just caught a really good one.
Well, I've had a strap eel that I've put back.
Yeah, I've had 2 tonight, strap eels. Yeah. No. No.
Literally,
I'm feeling bad now.
The last 20 minutes.
Were they close in?
No, they were at
They were,
distance.
yeah, distance, yeah. Wow. Well done, mate. It's good to see that the bass are actually
I
about.
don't know what the difference is. I don't know what the difference is, because I'm not fishing in that hole. I'm fishing way beyond that.
Yeah. I'm fishing one pretty close in, and the other one I whacked right out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
And they're all on those 5-6 hooks.
I've got some Portsmouths of my own, which are size 2.0s,
Yeah.
but I'm still using the one that you gave me.
Yeah.
But yeah, not really much happening out there. I've got 2 more rigs that are hanging up, ready to go out. They're both Portsmouth rigs. One of them's Steve's rig with the 2 size 2 hooks. So it's now 1:04, so that puts us roughly an hour into the ebb after the high tide. Bearing in mind that you've normally got a bit of slack period just after the high tide before it starts to really move again, just like you do when you have a flood tide. They're very low. There'll be a slack before it starts to flood. Despite not catching much tonight, other than a couple of eels so far, I've still enjoyed the session quite a lot actually. It's actually a really nice, clear night. Loads of shooting stars tonight. Well, that's it for tonight. Couple of little tiny eels. Nothing else tonight, but it's been a really nice, relaxing, peaceful fishing session. I'm going to bring that rod in. There may be something on there, there may be not, but I will come back if there is. But what I will do is I will say bye for tonight. It's been a nice having you watching along with this fishing session tonight. And thanks to Steve for lending me that rig. It's been nice to be able to try another rig with a completely different hook size that I'm used to using. It's also been nice to have a bit of different company as well, because I'm fishing by myself quite a lot these days. So anyway, I will hopefully see you next time, and hopefully there'll be some decent sized fish coming in.